It feels great to work with Benedict Cumberbatch. I hope that they like this movie. Yeah, I'd love to do it.
蜘蛛人宗师级导演回归《奇异博士2》，山姆雷米喊话很乐意再拍超级英雄。《奇异博士2：失控多重宇宙》在台湾一上映就打破年度开片纪录，登上票房冠军。曾执导蜘蛛人3部曲尸变系列的恐怖片宗师山姆雷米功不可没。受访时大方分享拍片心情。
After the huge success of Spider-Man trilogy, it's been 15 years since you directed a superhero movie. Is there any difference or change in directing Spider-Man and Doctor Strange?
Good question. Well, the technology has obviously improved a tremendous amount. We had to make a lot of the tools to make the tools when Spider-Man 1 was being made. And now there is streamlined, efficient companies just set up to help the filmmaker in animated CGI creation for the movies. But the other big difference, I think, is in Spider-Man 1, we had to really figure out who Peter Parker was and who Spider-Man was and how to bring him to the screen. Whereas in the case of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, this is pretty much episode 28 in the Marvel serialized movies. And these characters come to me fully formed with storylines, with a lot of history to them. And the job is very different. It's now about understanding where they were and bringing them forth to the next place in a logical way that the fans will be pleased with.
And there's a scene when Doctor Strange battles the Garganto, which reminds me of the scene when Spider-Man fight Dr. Ock in Spider-Man 2, because they both like octopus climbing the wall and tracing. Is this a little Easter egg or tribute to your own masterpiece?
Thank you for the kind words, but no, nothing like that. It's simply trying to adhere to the comic books and the stories that took place in them. And in one of the comic books, in many of the comic books, Doctor Strange would fight this gigantic tentacled beast, and it was one of the villains in the Marvel Universe.
It's pretty unfathomably exciting where we're going in this film. It's the most fantastic new phase of Marvel. It's got a sort of darker tone to it. And with Sam Raimi at the helm, he's a master of that.
So how's it feel to work with Benedict Cumberbatch? And he said that you are the master of the dark tones.
It feels great to work with Benedict Cumberbatch, not because of what he says, but because he's a great performer. So when you have a scene and you're wondering whether it's going to work or not, suddenly he gets up on stage and it's working. And you roll cameras, get that, capture that performance right now. He makes things work. You know, he's got great talent as an actor and he's got a good soul. So he really knows how to inhabit these characters and make them identifiable for the audience.
So have you already discussed about directing another Doctor Strange movie or another superhero movie?
No one's talked to me about that yet. I hope that they like this movie. Yeah, I'd love to do it. Sounds great.
When I saw the What If series, I can't help but imagine if you're directing the live-action version of the zombie episode, you know.
Oh, I didn't see What If yet, but I'm dying to see it.
Strange, it's time.
全台票房冠军，打破今年开片票房纪录，再创漫威新标杆。
Everything you've ever known led you to this moment.
Stephen Strange.
The Illuminati will see you now.
奇异博士2：失控多重宇宙，大荧幕热映中。